Hi guys, it's Xenia and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the most accurate body mist dupes that I have ever come across. I've done these kinds of videos like for the past couple years, I want to say, honestly since I started my channel, like 2 or 3 years, and this is kind of a roundup of the most spot on dupes. Like, I mean, these are 95 to almost 100% the same. Some of these literal $15 body mists are comparable, not only comparable, but they are 100% similar to perfumes that are up to $400. So with all that being said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. Let's start with the first one. This is the most expensive perfume that I'm duping in this entire video. This perfume goes up to, I think, $400. We are duping Delina by Perfumes de Marly. I never thought that there would be a body mist that would come not even close, but dupe this so 100% and so accurately that it makes me almost regret paying this price point for this. Had this been around when I first bought this, I would have just gotten this body spray and saved my $400. The body mist that is spot on to Delina is Covered in Roses by Bath & Body Works. This came out in this whole body mist dupe collection. They had like 10 mists that they were duping to a bunch of perfumes. Some of the body mists in this collection were really easy to pinpoint to their dupes, but there was some body mists in this collection that I had no idea. I'm like, this could be so many perfumes, I don't know. But this one and a couple others that I also have in this video, as soon as you smelled them, you immediately knew which perfumes they were duping. And Covered in Roses, I wouldn't even say is the most spot on body mist dupe, but it's the most spot on dupe that I have ever come across for Delina, other than actual like Delina dupes that are from all these dupe companies like Dossier, Ocha, Juliana's Perfumes, and all of those. Like, we know those are dupes, but to get this fragrance at, this is $18, but we all know Bath & Body Works does sales all the time where you can get these mists for like $5. This has notes of ruby berries, sugared rosebuds, and blush amber. It doesn't really have any similarity notes wise to Delina, but trust and believe this is the same sort of lychee, rhubarby, rose, a very feminine scent that's in Delina, which is really unique, and somehow they've captured it in this $5 body mist. And not only is the fragrance super accurate, but this actually has really great strength and really good longevity. Again, had this been around when I first bought Delina, I probably would have thought twice about spending the money on actual Delina. Moving on, if you're a fan of Gucci's Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, then the perfect, most spot-on mist that I've come across to that fragrance is Dressed in White by Bath & Body Works. This came out just a couple collections ago. I would say 2 or 3 months ago at most, so it's fairly new, and I believe they should still have this in store, if not maybe online. But this is so accurate down to even the notes. It has pear blossoms, ivory gardenia, and satin woods, and Gorgeous Gardenia also has those same notes. I used to have Gorgeous Gardenia in my collection up until the point where I decluttered it because I found that the gardenia would kind of stand out a lot more than I wanted on my skin, and gardenia is my least favorite note ever. But this mist has somehow captured everything about Gorgeous Gardenia without the gardenia sort of outweighing everything else. So it still has that sugary feel that Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia has, and that gardenia, but instead of it kind of overtaking everything else, it's just really, really pretty and smooth in here and mixed with everything really well. Gorgeous Gardenia also has pear blossoms. It also has gardenia, obviously. So these two are super, super, super accurate. It is the closest scent that I have ever come across to that perfume. The next perfume that I'm duping is Glossier You, and the body mist that I have found that is exact to Glossier You is Kaleidoscope. I love mixing these two because there's times where Glossier You, I think the longevity and performance is not like amazing, but it's okay. But when I add Kaleidoscope on top of it, it just strengthens it. So that's why I like to keep a lot of these, even though they're considered doubles in my collection. Obviously, like, these two scents are exactly the same. But if I really, really love a scent, then I'm okay with having some doubles, if that makes sense. And this is just a scent that I always layer together. So I'll take Kaleidoscope and I spray this a lot more liberally and kind of all over. And then I go in with Glossier You and kind of hit the the pulse points. I have an entire video on where to spray a perfume and how to spray it to get the most out of it. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked up here. But yeah, Kaleidoscope is one and the same to Glossier You, and Glossier You will get you so many compliments. So will this. It also has very similar notes to Glossier You. They both have iris, they both have pink pepper, which are two very specific notes that you smell a lot in both of these, and also this bit of spice from the ambrette that is in Glossier You, and then this one has black pepper. So it's just a very unique fragrance, and they're one of the same. Speaking of scents that I love so much that I'm okay with owning two for the sake of layering, I'm duping Valentino Donna Born in Roma. I never thought that there would be a body mist that would even come close to this scent because it's pretty unique in my opinion, and I've never come across another perfume that smells exactly like it, and it's so sexy. It's vanilla bourbon, and oh, it's amazing. Pink Obsess by Bath & Body Works is the spot-on dupe to Valentino Donna's Born in Roma. It captures the same vanilla bourbon-y, boozy, sexy, intoxicating feel that you also get in Donna Born in Roma, and then you get cashmere praline, blushing jasmine. I believe this one also has jasmine, so the notes in here are also very similar, but notes aside, if you smell both of these, they are the same. When it comes to any of these body mists that I'm mentioning in this video, you honestly don't need any of the perfumes if you have these body mists. That's how accurate these are. Like, this is not a body mist dupes video where I tell you guys, oh, take these with a grain of salt because they kind of come close, but they may not be exact. No. These are exact. The next perfume I have here is actually a brand new one. I did a whole video on these. These are perfumes from Orabella, which is Bella Hadid's fragrance brand. She came out with 3 perfumes, and my favorite by far is Blooming Fire. This one is kind of like if you took Alien, but you added a lot more white florals in it. You gave Alien sort of more of a coconutty, sunscreeny, tropical feel. That's kind of the best way I could put it. It's a very jasmine forward scent. It smells super feminine, really sexy, and just a really pretty, elegant day-to-day scent. And the closest body mist I've ever come to this scent is Gingham Glow. This one has golden nectar, marigold petals, and sun-soaked sandalwood. I'm not sure what about this exactly gives me this scent because the notes are not that similar. This one doesn't have jasmine in the notes, but I heavy smell jasmine in Gingham Glow. It's definitely like a white floral, sort of that typical tropical jasmine and sunscreeny mixture that you get in a lot of these white floral beachy kind of scents. Think of Beach Walk by Replica, Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, just to name a few. It's not exact to those scents, otherwise I would have duped those scents. It's particularly this one though. So if you want something that smells really close to this, or if you want to layer this scent, then pair it up with Gingham Glow, and they're like the exact same scent. For my Santal 33 lovers out there, which I know there's many of you because that is Le Labo's most popular and most loved / used fragrance, although in my opinion I've always found it to be a little polarizing, but that's not the point of this video. Bath & Body Works also duped Santal 33 in that same collection that was Pink Obsessed and also Covered in Roses. They did such a good job on this collection, but in my opinion these were the 3 that most accurately duped fragrances that you knew for sure what perfumes they were duping. This is called Lost in Santal. So even the name, obviously they were going for Santal 33. It has warm cardamom, satin sandalwood, cedarwood. I believe the notes are pretty similar to Santal 33 as well, but it has that same edgy, very unisex vibe that Santal 33 has. I've always found Santal 33 a little bit rough for me at times. It hasn't always been my favorite, and I don't actually own it in my collection, but I have smelled it many times. I have samples of it because from time to time I like to sample it and see if I could get into it, and I've definitely come around on that scent a lot more than I ever have before, so I appreciate the beauty in it. But I'm glad that I at least have a version of it, and even if I do end up liking this scent, I don't have to actually go and buy the perfume because the perfume is pretty pricey. It's a Le Labo, so it's a higher end niche brand, and Lost in Santal is 100% similar for a fraction of the cost. Another really great fragrance is Burberry Her. I had this perfume in my collection for the longest time, but I just found that I wasn't using it, not because I didn't like it, but I just wasn't using it. I have so many perfumes, so I don't always declutter perfumes because I don't like them. In fact, most of the time I'm not decluttering because I don't like a scent. It's mainly because I don't use it enough or as much as I would like to. Like I said, I have a lot of perfumes. At the end of the day, this is my job, so I don't like anything to go to waste. That's why I do declutters. I'm okay with having declutter that scent because Fall in Bloom by Bath & Body Works is the 100% most accurate recreation of it I have ever come across. This scent captures all the elements of Burberry Her. Burberry Her already sort of smells a lot like Baccarat Rouge. It definitely has a vibe to it, but it has strawberry, so it brings a little bit of a twist to Baccarat. It's like Baccarat with berries, specifically strawberry. And this one has that vibe, although in the notes you get juicy plum, wild blooms, velvet moss. I don't necessarily agree with the notes that are in here because I don't think the notes match up with Burberry Her at all, but trust me, the scent is exact. It is exact. It's the same Baccarat Rouge sort of really unique vibe that's also in Burberry Her, mixed in with that very vibrant strawberry scent. Just disregard the notes that are in here. Trust me, it's Burberry Her. Next perfume, I also don't have this perfume in my collection. I've always gone back and forth on it, but I think lately I've really come to realize I do like this scent because I've been using this body mist lately more than ever. There was a time where I wasn't really using this body mist much, and in the past, for whatever reason, 2 to 3 weeks, I've been loving going to this body mist. The perfume I'm talking about here is the original Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. I never wanted to pick this up purely because of the fact that this is a patchouli bomb. The patchouli is the main component of this fragrance. I've smelled it many times in store, and although it is a patchouli bomb and that has kind of kept me from getting it for so long, every time I spray it, I always think the patchouli in it is actually really smooth, and it's just a really well-made scent. It smells really expensive. It smells sexy. It's a really versatile scent where it could easily take you from it being your signature day-to-day scent, but also could take you to nighttime, daytime, sexy occasions. And the perfect body mist that I found to that perfume is Little Black Party Dress. I have been enjoying this body mist so much lately. This is such a perfumey body mist. Like, you smell this and you think you're smelling that scent. It is so accurate down to the notes. It has frosted nectarine, black peony, and white patchouli. This is definitely another very patchouli forward scent, but it's not muddy and it's not too green or too, you know, too edgy. It's really smooth. It's very pretty and very elegant, but really sexy at the same time, and it's just a really pretty scent. The name of it, Little Black Party Dress, is so accurate to how this smells. It smells like a fragrance you would wear when you have a little black party dress on. So owning this makes me kind of more okay that I don't have the perfume, and maybe at some point I will get the perfume. We'll see, but for now I'm okay with just the body mist because it smells the same. The last 2 body sprays I have here are duping 2 Ariana Grande perfumes, which I know to begin with are not super expensive like a lot of these other perfumes were, but still, if you can get an even cheaper version of something, why wouldn't you? The first Ariana Grande perfume I have here to dupe is Cloud. I love Cloud. I know that so many people love Cloud. This is such a good fragrance. It lasts forever. The price point is unbeatable, and it smells like Baccarat Rouge. I think that's the most wildly commonly known thing about Cloud. I don't think it's 100% dupe to Baccarat. I think Baccarat smells very different, but there's definitely similarities, which I can acknowledge. But the body mist version of this is Midnight Bloom from Victoria's Secret. This scent is so slept on. You would think this is one of these limited edition scents, but no, this is one of their core line scents. You could get this at all times of the year, no matter what collections are out. It's part of all the other scents that are always at Victoria's Secret, and people don't know that, I feel like, about this scent because not many people use this. But this is Cloud in a bottle. It's the same sort of creamy, woody scent that's in Cloud. It smells so similar. It has moonflower and creamy woods, and that's all you really get note description wise in here. I love layering these two because the scents match up so well, and it just increases the longevity of Cloud for me, so it's a perfect layering combo. And then the 10th and final body mist dupe that I have here is coming from Victoria's Secret Pink. This is called, I have a hair in my mouth. It's not what it's called. This is called Candy Hearts. The first thing I ever thought of when I first smelled this, is very hard to not think of this perfume when you smell this. This is spot on Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. It even has the same notes. It has raspberry macaroon, sugared praline. Thank You Next also has this pink macaroon vibe and praline, I believe, so even the notes are very similar. I decluttered Thank You Next a little while ago in my collection because, again, it was one of those things where I wasn't using it and I didn't want to waste it and I wanted it to go to somebody that would use it. And then I came across this whole collection and I found this and I'm like, I'd rather have a $5 body mist instead of the actual perfume. It makes me a little bit less guilty to not use it up as quickly. So that is it for this video. These are the most accurate, most spot on dupes that I have ever come across for body mist dupes to high-end perfumes. It's really hard to dupe perfumes at such an affordable price. Of course, there's actual dupe brands that do perfumes a lot more accurately, but to get these perfumes that are so high in price point for literally $5 is crazy. And with a lot of these, you don't have to cut back on longevity too, like you would think so, because they are body mist. Obviously, they're not as concentrated, so obviously I'm not saying that the longevity is going to be exactly the same to the perfumes, because it's just science that the oil concentration is not the same. But a lot of these are really strong enough, and if you put a good amount of it and maybe even overspray, not only do you get the exact same scent, but you almost get the exact same performance. So yeah, highly recommend that you check these out if there's any of these perfumes that you want but maybe don't want to spend the money on. I hope this video was helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.